Hello, hope you're good. Today we're putting to the test another batch of kitchen gadgets to see if they're useful, if they're a novelty, or darn right worth putting in the kitchen gadget bin. As always, before commenting down below, please consider that some of these gadgets could help people with certain disadvantages in the kitchen. This one is the battery operated flour sifter. So like all the other gadgets today, I will give it a wash. This is actually battery operated, so let's have a look. Wow, that is unloading a lot of flour there. All right, so giving it a nice wash. It is fairly standard looking, looks like a gigantic mug. There is a big yellow on off button, and I'm not sure which one's which. Pop this down, and 2 AA batteries. So if we get this in, the fact that that hasn't turned on is probably meaning it's off, so let's just try. Okay, wow. It's proper vibrating it, but you can't see any sort of movement. Well, how did that get that loud? Okay. But other than that, having to spoon the flour in, it's fairly self-explanatory. In fact, when I sieve flour, I normally just use, well, a sieve. Yeah, so I've got some plain flour here, and I'm going to do a sieve off, all right? So I'm just gonna tappy tap tap some flour down there. Now this is quite sad, but I do have a preferred sieve of choice. And that's quite good for icing sugar, okay? And there's absolutely no difference there. It's both sieved flour. If you're just joining this video, it looks a little bit suspect. But here we go with this thing. Just gonna load this up. And standard, so it's not this one's fault like the others. When you spoon it in, you get a little bit out anyway, unsieved. But here we go. Look at that. Okay. Ugh. Now I've got to be honest, I'm gonna try and get close to these different flours, but they actually, to be fair, on the camera, they look absolutely identical. This one looks more sieved, and I know it's not the case. The mesh is... No, the mesh is literally the same size, so I don't know if one of you would find that useful. I think it's just the way it's sort of like piled up nicely, like a bit of salt. But at the end of the day, it's all flour, isn't it? It doesn't have to be flour. If you're doing a cake, I mean, to be fair, with that amount of pouring, that is an awful lot of flour dumping down. Probably quite good if you own a bakery or something like that. But like more for like decorating cakes, this is good for ice and sugar. But I can't deny there was a big old pile of lovely sifted flour there. It does actually, yeah. Maybe because of like the vibrations as well a little bit. But at the end of the day, they all had to go through like a sievey meshy thing, which is pretty much, I'm not sure if there's a standard measurement. They're all pretty much the same. But it worked, and for some people that could generally be pretty darn useful. All right, so next up is this microwave soup mug. And actually, randomly, one of the most common things I get asked is, Barry, do you have a favorite soup warmer gadget? So this is another one for the pile. They're all generally like fairly similar. This is microwave safe tub. The good thing about this one, it does actually have, which is not always the case, a pop-up vent to release it as it's sort of warming up. 683 milliliter, that is extremely specific. Perfect for heating delicious soups and stews. Oh, a stew, yeah, posh. The only thing I would say straight away is this handle feels really uncomfortable. Leak-proof, peace of mind. Where's my soup gone? Can be used at home or on the go. Our smoky bacon and potato soup goes in there. Let's say I've made a homemade soup or just bought one in a tin like that. Shove it in my work fridge. Let that chill in there for like 10 minutes. And I do sign and give away each of these gadgets to a random patron each month for supporting the running costs of the channel. Although I'm actually genuinely already quite gutted to give that away. That really surprised me. All right, to the fridge. I'm sure this isn't that cold in 10 minutes, but hey ho. The one thing to note on it is the vent was shut. No one really wants a smoky bacon potato sent through their fridge. Well, actually, to me, on my own, I don't mind, but the work fridge, people might complain. Pop that up. And, well, warm our soup up. And I guess being a mug, I mean, I'd rather have a spoon, but we could probably try and drink from it, which we shall. Tonight, or in 3 minutes, we shall dine on steaming hot soup that hopefully won't explode because the vent is open. The only thing I can say is that I can hear, I mean, we're about 20 seconds to go. The smell is incredible, so it's definitely venting. But I can always hear like this occasional squeaking noise. Yeah, I just want to check. The vent was up, and that is time up. Ooh, you are warm, but I feel, oh my God, I heard this little like wince, like, oh, that was hot. Oh, Oh, it's actually bubbling slightly. But we didn't stir it, remember, so will there be a cold spot in the middle? We'll try it with a spoon first. Oh, it's hot. Yes. And from the middle, is it going to be colder? It looks angry. Yep, that's even hotter. I mean, that makes sense because microwaves, I believe, actually cook from the center outwards. So that would be why the middle tasted slightly more volcano-ish. But, of course, it was warmed. I do want to put my lips to it and drink out of it like it's a mug, but it is basically McDonald's apple pie territory right now. Let's wait 2 minutes. Oh, that is still really, really warm. Which sometimes when I warm soup up, actually, you do get these cold spots, and that is uniform. I'm not sure if it's the design that's done that, but it's pretty useful. Cheers. All right, so next up, 'tis the season to season with this electric grinder set, 3.7 volts of salt and pepper power that I actually did charge up last night. I don't think it does anything crazy. They look a little bit weird. Instructions are fairly generic and actually only 10% in English, but you basically have sort of 3 parts to it. You've got this tray that they will both sit in for it to charge here and here, and then these things, they look crazy. I don't know if I want like a salt and pepper pot to look like that. It's like, it's all sort of automated again, a little bit like our sifter earlier, so they just sit on there like so. I'm actually disappointed I've not got like a white one as well, because then that would be really cool for like the salt and pepper, wouldn't it? You could have your white one for the salt. Oh, they've gone flashy. They've got like the pink Himalayan salt in there. Very nice. And then your peppercorns. Automatic grinding with a simple press. Easily grinds pepper and salt from coarse to fine. Of course it should. Easy to charge and convenient to store. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind that on my table. I mean, it looks like, hello. I don't know. Pops open there. Now we can fill it with our desired thing to be ground up. I'll leave that up to you. And then on the bottom here, if we want to change it from how coarse and fine we want it to be, I'm actually going to go ultra fine. I'm trying to work out if these look really, really cool or really, really naff. Load of peppercorns in there and some flaky salt. Oh, that's going everywhere. Alrighty, so this will just sit at your table like that and you charge it up from time to time. I mean, maybe quite the conversation starter. Let's try the pepper first. We've just literally got this button here. It's doing it. Oh my gosh, there's a light. That's brilliant. That is super fine. So we are pushing it, to be fair. Let's see if we can help it just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. I can hear the peppercorns falling down. A little bit more. Oh yeah. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute, but there is a visual difference. Oh, there we go. That's like almost chunks. Ugh. You've got like the last bit I just did, these massive chunks of peppercorn where it's pretty much just sort of halving it. Whereas right in there, right at the bottom, it took a lot longer. It's some really fine, almost like powder. I mean, I don't think I can go much higher. Oh my gosh, I kind of like turned it off entirely. It's just on a thread like that. So if I just literally leave that on a little bit, our peppercorn's gonna just fall through. Oh, pretty much. Oh, it's just doing a slight bit, which would be really good for like a curry or something. But maybe about halfway is a fair compromise. I love the light. I love that. That's really cool. Imagine that you're out lost in the woods and one of your friends is like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna find our way home? Has anyone got a torch? Don't worry. I've got my pepper grinder. Ah. Oh, yes. Salt seems to grind up much easier than the peppercorns. Obviously a peppercorn's quite a stubborn thing. Whereas flaky salt is kind of like chandelier-esque, isn't it? Oh, wow. That is super fine. Ah. Do you know what? They look a little bit weird, but that could genuinely be useful for some people. Remember, you've got to really grind some of these. Whereas you could just go, there you go, and you'll even find your way home. Quite like that. All right, we've got a few more to go, and actually this one's gonna act as the mothership that's gonna bring them all together. So by Sup Mackin, it's almost like you've got a friend called Mackin. Sup Mackin? That worked better in my head. This is basically a mandoline slicer, but not just any mandoline slicer. It's a push downy one, which does actually make me feel quite safer because a Mandoline slicer can be quite dangerous. It's even got a tripod, a food chute, and a food container. But by playing with some of the settings and still doing the same motion, right? We should be able to slice thick and thin, strip, julienne, and dice, which sounds blooming awesome indeed. So let's jolly well find out. A couple of pages in instructions, and it's actually this diagram here that's sort of throwing me the most. You've got these different notches and things, and then obviously there for the thickness, but it's sort of labeled ABC, and it just looks like really coggy. I don't know how to explain it, but maybe that'll make sense as we get it all out. This is the main thing. I love the warning message. The blades are very sharp, exclamation mark. New line, keep away from children, exclamation mark. Both very true. These are legs that should, ooh, it's supposed to click, and it made a very blunt kind of like, Look, there's that dial I'm talking about. It's weird. So that's going to help with the thickness. And then we've got these latches that enable us to change the angle. Okay. You lift that off like so. Oh. So this is actually locked right now, but if I push it in, turn right and let it pop up. But obviously with that, you can see how this goes on there. You basically lift that thing up to help grip it. Pop that in, right, that's actually fairly secure to be fair. And it's this bit with those grips on that can actually grip the food and encourage it down there whilst you go. Okay. Oh, actually, this is amazing. It's got like for every style. So if I want to slice potatoes, it's saying keep A and B shut and literally turn it to 7. Oh no, it's just telling me it can go to 7, which is the max. So I am gonna go to 4, which is nearly half a 7, isn't it? But it does feel safe though, I really like it. This isn't a julienne, this is a guillotine. Yes! All uniform, consistent sizes, quite thick actually. I'm glad I only went 4. Does it slice? Yes, it does. I'm not going to show you all of these, but let's just show you matchstick. Okay, so I've got to turn lever A, which is this one here. Lift that up, turn it 360. It says you can see a set of toothed blades appear, and I don't know if you can, but they are there, and they're massive because we've really widened this. And look, when I push that down, can you see the blades on that now, like that? Amazing! Like, how the heck has it done that? It's like magic. That is absolutely amazing. What? It's matchsticked everything. Of course, we've got the different shape and size of the potato, so there's a slightly curvier ones, but they're still giving that consistent. I've literally just made chips instantly. That is brilliant. All right, so for julienne, I've actually had to turn both of them together and another set of blades has appeared. So I don't know, see, I wanted to go down like that because it's gonna go like that. You wanted to get the strips of the carrot, so that's one thing, it's restrictive like that. But let's just show. It's actually done it, but that won't fit in. It needs to be a bit shorter. Like, this might be absolutely ridiculous, but I just wanna see if it will do this. Ah, yeah, that's better like that. It's done it even thinner. Oh my word. This might be one of my most favorite things in recent times ever. It's fun, it's really speedy. I mean, blades, you know, I haven't even had to get my Uncle Cut gloves out yet, or my Auntie Cut gloves. I might use these in a minute. That is half a red onion that I've just peeled. And let's see, because apparently this is going to dice it. Oh my gosh, it didn't at first, and I was like, what? The first slice didn't, and then it was just like, oh yeah, we're dicing. It just changed its mind. Oh, maybe an onion was the worst one to try for that because it's sort of like done a bit of both. It's actually done it. You know what? I don't need to review that anymore. That's actually amazing. The only thing I'm gonna cry, you need to have the manual with you. Just if you lose that, it's kind of like your Bible for it. Like everything, I'm gonna cry. It's genuinely worked fantastically. Just don't lose this. It's actually been quite a lot of useful ones today. I've really enjoyed it. Remember, I've done these videos for absolute years. There's hundreds of hours of kitchen gadget videos if you're enjoying this on the playlist. You're definitely gonna need the popcorn and maybe a pillow. So before we finish with a really easy one, which could be ridiculously simple and possibly the best today, I know, controversy. This is the multi-function oiler. It's basically a serving vessel for oil, but you can also spray. Comfort grip with a thumbs up. Uniform mist. Oil can be poured and food. What is the food grade thing? I want it to be food grade. Note, sold with empty bottle. Yes, because oil costs a blooming fortune. Press spray design makes it easy to control the amount of oil during use. Reduces oil absorption and makes life healthier. We all like things that make life healthier, right? Eats chocolate. And that, and I will wash this, is pretty much it. Look at you. I'm loving the colour of it. That's quite nice. So I've given it a wash, and what I thought was instructions in there is literally a sticky label that says extra virgin olive oil. And then this was loose. I washed this through, and I think that just plugs on there. Oh, nice. That doesn't feel very secure at all. Do you go that way? Oh, please don't break on me. Oh, that feels better. All right. If you really want to impress your friends, remember that Matrix phone that came out? I had one of them. I never knew I needed a pop-up spout. I'm literally pouring away pound signs here. This is some extra virgin olive oil. This is just like the supermarket own brand as well. So again, thank you so much to the patrons that support the running costs of the channel. Like even the carrots just a minute ago that we sliced. It's massively appreciated. You know, if you wanted to get a bit more interesting, we've got some rosemary here. We stick that in there and infuse the oil. In fact, I might just stick that on there because you don't need the actual spray function all the time. Because right here is some salad. Just giving it a quick wash. This feels really cheap, but look, that's pouring out nicely. A nice steady flow, actually. Good. Good. But what if you don't want to pour it? What if you want to spray it? Well, that rosemary smells great. Well, we stick this in there. Come on, mate. Oh gosh, don't snap on me. So hopefully, all being well, we've got this spray here. Are you ready? Yes! Oh, wow. This is literally, I don't think there's much to it. There's no art. It's literally a water pistol of olive oil. There's no, if I do a short punch like that, it's basically a super soaker, but more of a press. Oh, a mist. I've absolutely drenched that in, I can smell rosemary. It's made the room smell amazing. Rosemary scented olive oil. That worked. The last gadget today, and to be fair, they're probably the most simple one, but as you can see, they look a little bit like scissors, but if I turn it like that, you can see what looks like grooves to put your fingers in, because these, as I go like this, are finger chopsticks. Which if you're not good with chopsticks, I know most restaurants actually have knife and forks to hand, or you can get some that are more like clothes pegs where they're joined at the top. In fact, a lot like that, where you just hold it like that. But no, these go on your fingers. They actually came for like a really cheap price in a pack of 4, and they're all different sizes. Like the white one there is designed more for children, and they scale all the way up to these ones, which are more like the adult size. But you should be able to grab crisps and snacks and also potentially noodles. So we chopped up some random vegetables. We've got some noodles and some decent soy sauce from the Uncle Roger video. So let's walk and roll. Right, the only thing straight away is that obviously you've got a shorter distance here. I suppose if they were as long as chopsticks, you'd have like a lot less play to really grip it. There's serrated ends on it. So, oh no. Okay, carrot. Yeah, can we grab noodles? It doesn't, no, it's not closing fully. It's not. Like even when I close it properly, there's still a slight gap. So you need a mass of noodles. And look, what if I try using it with my fingers and thumbs? Look, like that, I can get a slightly better grip, like that. Okay. It does close there. It's like my fingers have gotten in the way. All the instructions I've seen, it's right up the top there. But that just slides out. No, I don't know. The images that I saw were like more for like a plate of crisps or something like that at your desk just to snack on, which is quite good actually. Imagine this carrot here is a crisp, for example, at your desk or something else. A cracker or something. You're working away like that. So you've got your typing fingers. They're not getting dirty at all. You just reach in and grab it. I thought this was going to be the best one today, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised and relieved in a way. We've had some amazing ones today that it does work, but it's probably not my favourite. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the hundreds of other videos here on the channel, of course, including the Gadget ones, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.